Good afternoon, my name is Maham Hameed and today we're here with Kashan Taffakher and we will be discussing brand consciousness and how it has become a major problem in the 21st century. So, welcome Kashan.
My name is Kashan Taffakher and thank you for having me on the podcast.
So, how do you feel about our topic of discussion today, which is brands and how people have become so brand conscious?
I think that in modern times what has happened is that a lot of people have recognized that they have anxiety, they try to fit into a lot of social classes that they don't necessarily belong to. They have this certain human tendency to be liked, to fit in everywhere, and the easiest way that you can do that is that if you buy a luxury brand, those brands often come with a certain amount of recognition. They have a certain price that it imitates some sort of success, that you might have done something in your life, and instinctively when people see you wearing those brands, they respect you, they treat you in a different way. So most people that buy those brands are actually going after the way that people treat them, not necessarily the brand or the product that the brand offers.
Right. So you as a consumer, what do you prefer? Wearing a brand or wearing a local non-brand to fit? And how do you feel like that helps your social life?
Okay. I think that's a very interesting question. So for me, I don't prefer local brands because most of them, they have certain issues with them. Because a lot of the times, if I want to wear jeans or if I want to wear a sweatshirt, if I go with a local brand, I won't get the same amount of quality that I would with a traditional brand. But at the same time, there's a lot of different kinds of brands, which is actually what I wanted to discuss on the podcast. Now, of course, there are going to be brands that are completely luxury brands like Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Prada, etc. But there are also brands like, for example, Hollister, Levi's, there's Diesel, there's Gap.
Yeah.
There's a lot of brands that are budget friendly, yet they still are very well recognized.
Yeah.
They offer a certain amount of quality that, as a consumer, when I go into an outlet of Gap or Hollister, I know that's something that I buy, even if it's costlier than, let's say, a local product. At the end of the day, what I get is going to last me a few years and it's going to give me it's going to give me good style, it's going to make me still fit in, all of those things. It's just not crossing that fine line that you have set between just becoming so obsessed with brands that you don't even buy those for the quality anymore. You're only buying it because it's, let's say, a product of that brand.
Right. Okay.
I usually go for product quality.
But product quality, and in your opinion, is better in international brands compared to local brands?
Yes, in some cases.
And why do you think that is?
I think mostly it's because of manufacturing. Because in Pakistan there are certain brands like the ones that are exporting these goods.
Yeah.
Those have started their own like warehousing company. For example, I think a lot of you might know about Export Leftovers, and certain online stores like Brands Hub. Now they have good quality clothes and they are made locally, even if they have the logo of international brands on them.
Right.
Yeah.
So, how do you think that brands have impacted people's lives socially? Like, do you think that it is a necessity in today's time for you to be socially accepted, or do you think it's just because people like to show off, or
I think there's always going to be two kinds of people. Now, I know a lot of people that would only buy completely luxury brands, like they would not buy a shirt unless it's by Polo or by Louis Vuitton or Gucci or some of the designer brands. And if you take them into like a normal store like Levi's or Gap or Hollister, they would probably feel very disgusted that, how do people wear they judge others for the clothes they wear, for the things they own, or the kind of car they drive. And of course, like, I don't condone that behavior, nor do I support it, nor am I in favor of it. But I do think that what has happened is that in terms of fashion trends, what has started happening is that a lot of people that want high-end fashion are going back to local cultures and they're trying to do a modern take on them.
So the people that are listening to this podcast right now and those who are hearing this, watching this, what would you say to them about being brand conscious, or people who think that brands serve as a status symbol? So what would you like to say to them?
So for a lot of the youth, what my message is basically that brands are not a part of you. They never will be a part of you, right? They are something external. The confidence that you get when you wear something branded is not because that product is making you more confident. It's only because you are not necessarily holding yourself back from being confident.
Right.
I think that you should focus more on the quality of the things that you buy. I won't ask someone to buy something local even if they have the money to buy something good. I won't ask someone that's necessarily buying completely branded clothes that they shouldn't. The main point of this discussion is that you shouldn't be so brand conscious to the point where you lose a sense of self, or you try and find these products just to fulfill some deep void in yourself that I am not complete without them.
Right. And that is all for today's podcast. We hope you enjoyed, and make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Bye guys.
Bye.